Home. Folks, I want to let you know that our next product is Andrew's Essential One. Many of you are regulars with Andrew, many of you are brand new. If you're new, you need to start here. Please consider ordering this. Many of us have been taking multivitamins for many years, Centrum or One A Day, all of the big brands. I would ask you politely, if you put yours up against this, there is only one winner, and it's this every single time. The best multivitamin in the world is in my hands. If you just want to take one a day, this is the one you should go for. Pricing on the Essential One at the moment is also really remarkable because it's a special savings event. While Andrew is here, you get the best pricing, don't forget. So there's a 30, a 60, a 180, or a 360. If you want to do the 360, it's down from $149 to $109.90. Small price, tiny price. If you compare it to others in the marketplace, saves you $40. And of course, the reason to do 360 is if you're going to do one capsule per day. So Andrew promised us a big surprise, and I think I might know what that is. Andrew, you have a VIP sat with you, I see.
I do have a surprise. I always talk about, you know, that in years past, without, say, a lot of assistance from folks at HSN or QVC, especially QVC when I started, I would not be here. But there is one person without whom I would really, really not be here. And if people admire the integrity of my company and how environmentally responsible we are, how charitably responsible we are, how much we go about our work with, I think, our heart in the right place. There's one person who's truly responsible for all that, and she's sitting directly to my left because this is my mom, and my mom is responsible, my mom Marlene, without whom I wouldn't be here, and without whom I wouldn't be the person that I am. So,
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That was nice.
And my mom takes all the products as well.
I do.
And you even give them to your dog Buddy now too.
I do.
Because Buddy, she has a little dog, a puppy, who ended up having to have basically hip replacement surgery as a little pup. And but so he also takes the collagen peptides and things like that, which my mom does as well. So
Andrew, has your mom ever been on the TV before with you?
My mom, Adam had asked if you've ever been on with me before, and I think she was on TV with me when I first got to HSN over 20 years ago.
In St. Pete.
Yeah, she was visiting. My mom loves to play Mahjong, and she's a great Mahjong player. It's that Chinese tile game. Yes. And she was going on a Mahjong cruise out of Florida. So she was in Florida at the same time I was doing the shows. So she came on air with me back then, and that was probably 20 years ago.
At least.
You're probably almost as old as I am now. Yes. So that's funny, a little while ago. But yeah, so, and my mom is someone who always has encouraged the scientist in me, the academic in me, the student in me, because if as much as I loved sports, if I didn't have someone constantly reminding me that sports aren't going to really take you anywhere, but academics and being a good student are going to be important for the rest of your life, then again, I wouldn't be here. So it is with the utmost gratitude that I say that we can't pick our parents, but I certainly got lucky when someone picked them for me. So.
Well, Andrew, Mom must be so proud of you, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to finally put a face to her name. You speak of her so often. So I know probably Marlene can't hear me, but it's lovely to meet you, Marlene, and thank you for being a part of our show tonight.
Adam's saying it's lovely to meet you, and thanks for being a part of the show. Yeah, it's my pleasure. It's one of the reasons why I love being able to do these shows here, because people get a sense of my life. I'm not just a guy who sits in a studio in St. Petersburg or sits in a laboratory and cooks up new products. That I actually have parents. I wasn't hatched in a laboratory. So it's great that we get to meet the person behind me, my mom, because so much of what I do were the little messages and the little lessons that we teach our children when they're little children. And I still remember the things that my mom had taught me, and my dad as well, in terms of honesty and integrity and doing the right thing. And that's what carries through with all children, hopefully, when they grow up. And one day, maybe I'll grow up.
Never, Andrew, never. What a wonderful, wonderful family. And thank you so much for doing this and sharing this with us. I think it means the world to so many of your fans and customers who have been with you, Andrew, on this journey for many, many years. They are a part of this family as well.
Oh no, we have so many customers in HSN and QVC and our companies like Data Files or Database that have been with us for over 30 years,
wow.
for 30 to 40 years. So most people talk about vitamins and nutritional supplements. They change them like they change their socks, that there's no reason to remain loyal. It's one claim after another and a lot of hype, but I've always thought that if I make great products, then I don't have to sell them. If all I do is educate about the basic science, then the products sell themselves. And especially what's wonderful about the internet with reviews, really great products get really great reviews. Bad products do not. So, and especially the way reviews are handled, look at Marcel, the way reviews are handled at HSN, the reviews at HSN are such that unless you've used that product and literally used it for a few weeks, you can't even post a review. So it gives me even greater confidence that all the reviews at HSN are absolutely positive, valid reviews from folks who use the product. So it's a very important thing that I guess, going back to my mom, that just we impart on the children in our lives, and hopefully it gains some traction, makes a difference as they grow up, and hopefully it's made a difference in the way we go about making our products for you.
Well, if there is something that we know is that we all have to start somewhere, and I cannot encourage those of you watching at home enough to start with Essential One. It's become different over the years that I've worked with Andrew, because now I understand, I hear, I listen, I read, and I truly get that picture of how these are the best in the world. But I understand as well, for many of you watching, it's a hard, as it were, pill to swallow, in the sense that we're used to certain brands, we're used to certain advertising and marketing, and quite frankly, many of us are loyal to certain brands as well. I think it's important that if we're going to invest our money in a product, if we're going to consume something, we need to make sure that it's the best it can be. And Andrew, as we've often said and shown live here in St. Pete, when you put your Essential One up against the other big brands, there really is no competition.
Well, there's no competition. It's really unfair to compare. It's like comparing a beautiful car to a tricycle or something like that. And simply stated, when you look at the leading brands, they're all full of additives. They're all full of chemicals. Most of them have artificial colors. That has nothing to do with health. That's contrary to health. Most of them are large tablets that are difficult to swallow. Most of them contain the wrong forms of key nutrients. Most of them contain inadequate amounts of key nutrients. So it's something that it's so easy to make a product that delivers. What is Marcel doing? It's so easy to make a product that delivers the nutrients in the form we want, at the levels we want, and in a fashion that won't upset our stomach, but no one chooses to do so. No one chooses to do so. Link, come here, buddy. So he's looking at the window. We don't want him jumping out of a window. So again, when it comes to Essential One, it's almost obvious, not almost, it's obvious how to go about making a better product. What I find astounding and I find actually shocking and appalling is that all of these big companies with these incredible resources and R&D departments still make these rock-hard tablets with artificial colors and make products that no one in their right mind would really want to consume. But they have enormous advertising budgets. I have no advertising budget. Thank goodness I'm sitting here on HSN. So it's a product that our Essential One alone substitutes for vitamin D, substitutes for a vitamin B12 product, and does so at a fraction of the cost. Linky, come here. Come here. So we just don't want him jumping out the window here. So again, you get your vitamin D, you get your B12, which are the two most deficient or insufficient vitamins that you could consume, that you need to consume, yet you get them in a multivitamin at levels that you'd only find in a separate product. So if with our Essential One with 2000 IU vitamin D3, you could pretty much eliminate your vitamin D unless your doctor told you to take more. With 250 micrograms of B12, you eliminate a separate B12. And our B12 is actually orally active and absorbable. You don't need a B12 injection. So when you look at this product, the value is incomparable. It will never, ever upset your stomach. In fact, some reviews talk about if they want to take something to settle their stomach, imagine that, they take our multivitamin. because it naturally buffers the stomach. So it's unlike any other multivitamin available on the market.
And I actually, Andrew, I put out here a kind of a lineup of the likely suspects, the usual suspects, should I say. Here you can see Andrew's Essential One capsule, and then you can see other brands out there. Beautiful colors. I mean, all the colors of the rainbow, all for show, all for effect, all unnecessary, and all really not what we want to be doing. And as Andrew just mentioned, these are all rock hard tablets versus what Andrew's is, which is a ultra fine powder. So in terms of absorption into the body, you can't compare these to this. So here's a simple test. If right now, every day, you're taking a tablet that looks like this, already it's not as good as Andrew's that comes in this particular format. So, you know, again, it's hard to hear because many of us have been doing it for a long time and we're doing it for all the right reasons, but this is better. Unequivocally, this is better. If you want to get the special pricing, it's the final show. Andrew's been here for the past couple days and the visit is ending. 30, 60, 180 or 360. I mean, if you just want to try it, go for the 30. If other multivitamins have been heavy on your stomach and not agreed with you, give this a go at the 30 capsules. If you already want to take, you know, into account the 3,500 reviews, go for the 360. Saves you a good amount today at $109.90. Andrew, sometimes we don't know where to start, and I think this is just a really easy way to say, okay, I'm gonna do something, one thing that's really good for me, and this is it.
Well, and when it comes to Essential One, it's 100% good for you in that it's not going to be, well, I'm taking a multivitamin, I'll have to tolerate the difficulty swallowing, the upset stomach, the repeating on me, the additives. There's none of that. It truly is the perfect multivitamin. And it's almost a little bit of an insult to call it a multivitamin because it's a separate vitamin D, it's a separate B12, it's a separate BComplex all rolled in. Because there are no additives, we have more space in that little capsule to give you the things you want. Plus, none of the leading multivitamins give you a full complement of lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin. We do, and we always have. Those are the 3 most expensive ingredients in this multivitamin, which pretty much informs you why you don't find them in other multivitamins, because they are so expensive. But again, this is a multivitamin unlike anything you'll find in a supermarket, a pharmacy, a discount store, a health food store. You will not find a single capsule that offers the purity, the efficacy, the form of nutrients, our special B12, natural coenzyme form of B12, protected so it can be absorbed and benefit you. There's nothing like this. So if there's one place to start, and that's one of the most frequent questions that was asked, where do you start? What do you take? Where I start, I would start with Essential One. And Essential One is the perfect place. And then we can go from there and talk about our Essential Omega-3 product. We could talk about healthy hair, skin, and nails, circulation and vein support. But Essential One is, without a doubt, CoQ10, certainly a perfect thing to add. Essential One is the perfect place for everyone to start because it's like a separate vitamin D and a separate B12, which most of us are insufficient in to start with, and a full multivitamin.
Thank you for all of your calls on this one. We're busy. If you want to go online at hsn.com, of course, you can beat the rush. Pricing is coming to an end, so it pays dividends to get in while you can, especially if you appreciate the lower pricing and the free shipping and handling. I'm going to head over this way to another one of Andrew's products that equally benefits